Let's get to this before I have to eventually kick Sketch out because Sketch is not aware of his environment. Let's go and let's talk about Sketch. Since it's SKETCH360 this morning, let's just get into it. Hello and good morning to you. Welcome to DG360.
Yes, you're not gonna eat me. Yes.
Well, sometimes what ends up happening is we have a member named Sketch who's been here for a while, actually. A beloved member, a very rough around the edges character Sketch is, and sometimes we tolerate Sketch. Sometimes Sketch says things that are just like, wow. Like, right, you think what I say is crazy. You think what I say, I don't have a filter. I keep telling Sketch he needs to create his own channel. And like just become a content creator because he's just like out there, man. He's got some anger issues, just a little bit, but it's okay. We love him for it, okay? But like sometimes the things he says, like we're like, whoa, dude, like it's whew, okay? So what I saw in our Discord is from Daft Digit, and Sketch is in there, and Sketch was talking about his appearance on AsmonGold's stream, which is, that's fantastic. Right? And it had to do with a reaction to, I believe, a video where AsmonGold's talking about, I think, the 48,000 Legatus package, okay? And Sketch is not a SaltEMike fan, okay? Sketch will let you know that he despises SaltEMike. I mean, like, he calls SaltEMike scum and filth, and I don't try to make anything personal. As a content creator, it's like, I understand, it's not easy being out there in the public eye. It just isn't. And a lot of content creators, yes, they have their agendas or they have their ways of bringing people in. Some would say like the way that SaltEMike crafts his content would be clickety-clack, what we call clickety-clack, to bring people in for the drama. Some people say that. I've seen instances of that with SaltEMike. However, personally speaking, I'm sure the guy's a nice guy in real life. Sketch, I don't think thinks the guy is nice in real life, and Sketch says, fuck that shit. Or at least that's how I view Sketch. I could be wrong about that. I could be putting words in Sketch's mouth, okay? But Sketch does make an appearance and actually talks to AsmonGold, okay? So let's check this out, okay? Because I'm very curious what Sketch has to say with AsmonGold, and we have the time marks here. Sketch is saying, "Let me defend myself from this." Here we go. The Sketch, my show, dude. I'm trying to present this as fairly as possible, okay? I will have you on if I decide that I want you on. That's how this works, Sketch. That is how this works, buddy. Okay, so I might have you on. I'm just presenting this as fairly as I can, okay? You can defend yourself like you normally do in the chat, okay, buddy? So let's watch this and let's see. First off, let's watch AsmonGold react to this, and then we'll come back to the timestamps, 19 minutes and 13 seconds, and then 1 hour. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to watch a whole hour of this, okay? I don't know if I can sit through a whole hour of this. But let's check it out. Now, Sketch is creating the contractual. You see, this is why it's so hard to have Sketch in any chat and why he gets kicked out of so many chats, because he wants to control the situation, right? He doesn't understand that he's the viewer, okay? Sketch is saying, if you want to be fair, why does Mike get to talk about me, but I don't? Fair would be leaving Mike out of it. Asmon didn't talk to him. He talked to me. Sketch, I'm trying to understand the situation as it unfolds, okay? You're a lot of work. You're a lot of babysitting, Sketch. I love you. I love you. I have tolerated you a very long time, man, and I have been there through the darkest times of your anger. I have been there, okay, buddy? I think that is fair to say. I think everybody would agree with me that I've been very tolerant of you, Sketch. Very, okay? So we will go through this, and if I find DG360 of DG360, if I find that I want to talk to you and I need to talk to you on my show, I will then call you, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. How about that, Sketch? I don't know what you're talking about. Now, let's watch this. I would have, okay, you don't get kicked out of chats. Is that what you're saying? Okay, unfair statement. Let me retract that. Let me redact that comment. Sketch does not get kicked out of a lot of, because he is not a handful. Sketch is not a handful and not hard to, it's a joy. It's a joy. Sketch is a joy. Like, okay, all right, okay, Sketch. Now let's watch this. Okay, can we watch this, Sketch? Is this okay, SKETCH360? Can we watch this now? Okay, let's watch this. Let's see if, just got to check with Sketch here.
48,000.
You said many. You're telling everyone many people kick me. Name them. It's speculation. It's just speculation from my own experience. Okay? Okay, it's just the way I feel. So I'm expressing my opinion. I'm speculating. You're right. You're right. You're right. I said I retracted. Did you miss that? Did you miss that? Did you miss that part? Okay. Fucking A. You're not hard to deal with at all, by the way. Not at all. I know you well enough when you're in this chat, Sketch. He's like, you don't know me. You don't know me, motherfucker. You better grab your own chakras, motherfucker. Can we watch this, Sketch? Are you okay with us just watching this for a moment? Mm-hmm. Like if you were in the court right now, the jurors would be already calling you guilty. You understand this? Are you aware of your surroundings? Not well enough. I stream daily with many people. I'm a mod on many channels. Okay? Okay, good. Okay. I'm presenting like just putting it out there. Put it out there, Sketch. You disagree too? Let's go. Okay. All right. Can we play this, everybody? Is this okay?
1,000 ahead of all others. This definitive armada is an equal match to the noble title of Legatus Navium, comprised of over 175 vessels from every manufacturer of note. This perfect collection, including all ships released and concepted through 2953, empowers every fleet.
It's really painful listening to Asmon trying to read this. I love AsmonGold, but Jesus Christ.
Commander to forge a lasting legacy, leading humanity towards a brighter future. It's $48,000. I don't believe this.
Why wouldn't you believe it, dude? I always laugh at this type of shit when people go like, their eyes get huge, like $48,000, $48,000. First off, it's fan funded. Secondly, they can sell whatever the fuck they want, capitalism. And if people are willing to buy it, Jesus Christ, that makes me mad. I don't have that kind of money, but like shit, if people are buying it, people are buying it. They must have the money for it. And therefore, that's why it's got $700 million. You know what I mean? Do I want to buy something worth $48,000? Shit, no. No. Not at all. Oh, wait. Sketch has written a paragraph for us. We cannot continue on with this. We got to read Sketch. I want to make sure this Sketch is fairly represented in this. If you're going to put stuff out about me, I prefer facts. And this guy lied and only said my name to something himself into the Asmon conversation. I don't make videos about Mike. There's whole orgs that hate Mike. He used me for a clickety-clack title. You don't see that? Like you said, I'm not a creator. I'm just a chat guy. You're very out there chat guy. Will you admit to this, Sketch? You do get your chat out there, no? Like would you say that you are somebody that gets their chats out there? That would you say that you're somebody that expresses your opinions frequently and very loudly and repetitively in chat? Would you say this, good sir? Would you say this? I don't like when people lie about me either, Sketch. I would be upset if people were lying about me too, just so you know, in your defense, bro. But I'm just asking you a question. Do you think that you are repetitively saying the same things in other people's chats when you're watching as a viewer? Okay, Sketch says, I'm in your chat and 90% of time it's fine. You're focusing on maybe 10%. You don't agree with that's not fair. I've been a great fan of you. You have been a great fan of me, and that's why you're still here. And even though I feel like there's an extra amount of energy that I have to put into this show, because sometimes I feel like you and your opinions are repetitive and out there. And many times I've wanted to put my foot up your ass, Sketch, but I want you to know that I love you, and that if one day I do put my foot up your ass, it will be in the most lovingly way, because I know that you have been a fan of this channel. This is why I'm taking this amount of effort, okay? But also that it is very exhaustive, okay, on the human psyche and the human soul. All right, let's continue. Sketch says, I got dragged through the mud by this guy, and he's talking about SaltEMike, I think. And I don't have a platform to defend myself from what he is saying. And that's why I say, Sketch, instead of finding other people's platforms, right, create your own platform. Can I get an amen from everybody? Would you like that?
Yes, sir. Can I get an amen? Yes.
Can I get an amen? Sketch, you have so much to say, bro. You have so much to say. Daft, you have been lost the entire morning. Daft keeps coming in at the worst times. Daft is like, what the fuck is going on? Hi, Daft. We're talking about Sketch right now. Look, we got some amens in chat. People want you to create your own platform. Do you understand that, Sketch? You are very vocal and you are very out there on everybody else's platforms, right? I endure. I tolerate. I am here because I know that you have been a fan of this channel. I'm trying my best. Do you understand what I'm saying, Sketch? As a human being, I want you to know that I am trying my best. And I think that there's a lot of people that feel me on this, right? What I am saying is, instead of expressing your views so vehemently, so repetitiously, so loudly, right? Do this on your own platform, dude. Create your own platform. I think you would have a lot of success. I think you would have a lot of subscribers, dude. And if you don't want to take the effort to create your own platform, okay, then maybe contemplate the environments that you're in and say, do I need to say the same thing differently 50 times? Do I need to say the same thing loudly? Do I need to like push so hard, right? That you gotta question that inner kind of spark that's going to happen, right? Sketch says, I know what it is. I turned away from it. I hated it. Okay. All right. That's deep. That's deep. That's philosophical, bro. I feel you. I feel you. I love like AsmonGold's face as he's checking out all these prices, man. I love this. I love this.
Well, this one's only $1,000. No. They've had that package multiple times. It's very real, and there are some whales that have multiple purchases of this There are packages you can't see because you aren't part of the Admiral Club. Do you want to know what's really sad about this?
Oh boy, here we go.
And you guys, I hope, don't know this.
Here we go. Here we go.
But in FemDom, this is extremely common. Where
is AsmonGold really making this analogy right now?
If you spend money on a girl, she has like basically different tiers of stuff where if you spend money, then she will offer you more stuff for higher prices. How do you know this? Because I find it incredibly interesting, and I knew a girl, I've known multiple girls actually that have done this.
What is going on? This whole clip is just fantastic. This whole time, I knew this was going to be good. I saw this in the Discord and I knew this was going to be good. You guys were posting all about this in Discord, about Sketch, about AsmonGold, and I was waiting. I was chomping at the bit to get to this, man. I just could not wait to get this, and it is not disappointing at all to me. Nothing about this is disappointing right now. I cannot believe the fun that I'm having right now. This is ridiculous. This analogy right now absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that he's saying that he knows people who are femdoms that take their money, take dudes' money because that financial femdom thing that goes on behind the scenes, that femdom shit. Listen, it's pretty much as simple as guys have tons of fucking cash out there, of which I'm not one of those dudes, and they have a lot of discretionary funds, and they just pour it into the game because they either want to support it or they want a ship that's going to be limited, that there's only going to be an X number amount of ships in the game so they can. So it's an EP thing, man. It's an EP thing. To buy a Legatus package, if you've got that kind of cash, right? It's an EP thing, man. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, this financial dom situation. Like, these dudes are fucking addicted to this shit, so that transfers over into Star Citizen. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I normally agree with Asmon on things. I think Asmon's a cool dude, first off, so let me just say that. But like on this, I couldn't disagree more with him on. This is crazy.
One I had extensive conversations and spent a lot of time with.
What do they got on Asmon, man? Could you imagine these femdoms having all these weird ass pictures of AsmonGold, man? He's like, what is he doing? Asmon, be careful.
And I asked a lot of questions. I wanted to know everything about it. I did. I wanted to know every in and out, every nuance to it. I wanted to understand.
I think he got caught in a trap here, and he's like admitting that he's been in a femdom situation where people get off to this shit. I don't even know how you can be a dude that gets off to this shit. It is nuts. Like giving them like pictures of yourself like naked or something, and then they hold it above you for like a ransom and shit, and you got to give them money and shit. Fuck that. Especially if you're a content creator on the fucking internet. Fuck no, man. Oh, fuck no, dude. That's suicide. Why would you do that?
The entire
I feel like there's crazy juicy shit on Asmon out there. Like, I feel like there's multiple femdoms that have crazy shit on Asmon right now. This is the craziest shit that I have ever heard.
Your thing.
What am I listening to?
And I just want you guys to know that this is a literal 1-for-1 with FinDom. And they even have their own specific website. You've heard of OnlyFans, but this one is called Loyal Fans. It's a different website just for FinDom. That's right. Surprise.
What is going on here? This is going off the rails, dude. What is going on here? Sketch says, DG360, he will agree with everything I say. Everything I say, he may have pushed back a little bit, but in the end, he accepted all my answers. I thought you would be proud. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there, Sketch. This is, I'm sorry, we're a little bit off the rails. What Asmon, like, this is a great example, Sketch. What Asmon is doing right now is derailing the focus onto his particular topic of finding out that he's into this femdom shit. You see what I'm saying? This is what you do in chat to me. You understand? So like, this is a great analogy what's happening right now. Sketch wants to get back to the whole, you know, I'm on a different topic right now. You understand, Sketch? This is exactly what I'm trying to say that you do to the show, which is why I call you SKETCH360. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, Sketch? Sketch says, I wanted you to be proud of me. If I didn't think you would be proud, I would have never showed you. Again, I'm off of that right now. I'm on this topic because Asmon DG360, Asmon 360 has taken over. And now we are focused on this. And this is what you do, Sketch, to me. You understand? No, you can chat all you want, Sketch. Don't, listen, I'm not trying to publicly shame you, dude. If I did, I'd be pushing this bell right now. You know how we publicly shame. I would publicly shame you. I have no shame in publicly shaming people. But no, Pepe, no, we're not publicly shaming, Sketch. No, don't push it now. I'm not publicly shaming you, dude. We will get to the point. But like, some shit just popped off here that like we kind of like got sidetracked, okay? Okay? Let's get back to Asmon 360.
Loyal fans, there it is. Investigating? Can you give examples of each tier? No, I don't. I think you can expect what the tiers would be, right? That's about it. Asmon would know that. No.
He's like, I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. I stepped in a shit pile.
No. You guys have to understand. I've been on the internet for over 20 years now, okay? Like, 20 years ago, I had a computer in my room with unsupervised internet access, okay? 20 years ago. 25 years ago, I had the internet. This is like 1999,
Yeah, Asmon's all into that shit. You can totally tell, man. This is fucking crazy, dude. This is crazy. I might be wrong. I might be reading the room wrong here, but what do you guys think? Do you think Asmon's like totally into this shit? Because I feel like he stepped in a big old pile of doo-doo and he's trying to do the old backstep thing. You know what I mean?
1998, 2000. Like, I was the first one. In
Backspace says, don't kink shame, Asmon. Hey, man, to each their own. Dude, I am one kinky mofo. That is very true, Backspace. That is very true. If you guys knew half the shit I did after the stream, like right after the stream, in fact. Gets pretty hot up in here. Gets pretty kinky. You're right. I'm not going to kink shame. You're right. You're right, Backspace. The shit that I'm into, whew, shit.
My entire neighborhood to have the internet. Everybody would come over to my house to look at shit on the internet. So yes, I know
Fresh
how
after the
shit
stream,
is.
Limitless. I got a picture of you,
That's how I
Limitless.
was born, yes. Guys, I've been
right after the stream, Limitless. Right after the stream, and I found a picture of you, Limitless. Right after the stream, bro. Right after the stream. I knew this was going to be good. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Welcome to DG in the Morning, everyone. Thank you. This is so exciting. This is so great. I love Thursdays and Fridays. I love it. Thank you for being here with me. Best times ever. You can't get better than this. Find me a place you can get better than this. These times, these good times, these memories we're making memories. Limitless says it's too much. It's never too much, Limitless. It's never too much. Coop says FemDom Friday. Oh my God. Best times ever. Best times ever. Oh my God. Best times ever. How can you not love it here? This is the best place ever. This is the best goddamn place ever. Oh.
I've been here for a while. Make Morpheus? No, bro. Ever. Like, that was my mom. My mom, because she was on the internet. She was doing tech stuff.
Red Bear says, what did I miss? Oh my God, Red Bear. Oh my God, you are missing so much, Red Bear. You gotta watch out. He's got the green tickle soul. He's Red Bear. He's number one. Red Bear.
Understand.
You're going to want to watch this highlight, buddy.
My mom was flying across the country in the 70s to buy cartography computers for like 30 and...
Okay. I don't know what Asmon's just trying to divert everyone's attention from admitting to his FemDom fascinations and addictions. Let's get to this point here. Let's just fast forward to the point of this video, okay? Let's just fast forward to the point, shall we? We're getting off track. We're getting off track with Asmon360. At 1913, sketch your salty's biggest hater. Okay, 1913. Let's go to 1913. Let's do it. Thank you for the timestamps, by the way, Daft. Let's do this.
A certain amount of them?
Yeah, I don't have this. I never paid that, right? But I've just slowly upgraded, and I bought like, just upgraded over time with some certain packages and stuff. So, but yeah, people go insane. So.
Is this you, Sketch? Is this you right now? Are you talking to AsmonGold right now? Oh, no. Okay. Well, who is this?
So when you play the game, right? So you're like,
yeah,
I buy that ship. It's not in game. So what they do, they give you loaner ships in game right now. So you'll get like 5 different types of ships you can use.
You have the wrong vid? What do you mean I have the wrong vid? Okay, because I don't have the SaltEMike's React. Hold on one second. You're right. This is the actual AsmonGold one. Let's get the SaltEMike's one. Thank you. Let's get to it. Let's get to it right now. SaltEMike reacts to Star Citizen. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's do this. Okay, SaltEMike reacts, and we want to get
chat,
to.
Did you hear?
Okay, let's do this, and let's get to it. So this is SaltEMike reacting to AsmonGold. Okay. Let's see. 1913. Let's check it out here.
Little things.
Will you come on to Discord
where the
and
value
talk to
is.
me?
Right?
Can I talk to you on Discord? One thing must be kept in mind.
What's going on here?
This is it. This is my biggest hater.
Oh, dude, I thought you wanted AsmonGold. I thought AsmonGold was, see, I got it twisted. I'd have loved, SaltEMike is nobody compared to AsmonGold. I would have loved it if you were on an Asmon. Like, nobody even knows who Salty is. You know, nobody knows who I am either. But everybody knows pretty much who Asmon is. God, I wish you were on Asmon. I thought you were on AsmonGold. Oh, man. All right. Let's continue. SaltEMike bashing Sketch, bashing him. Let's see what Salty has to say.
This is my biggest hater. Sketch therapy on the in the galaxy. Anytime my name is mentioned in a Twitch chat, this guy goes absolutely insane.
Is Concerning Star Citizen still in pre-alpha?
This guy is 10 times worse than Greasy.
Reset at a time. Can you imagine if like these people get their $48,000 ship reset?
That's why he hates me.
That'd be pretty fucking.
You're in his chat right there. Look at the Pepe. Oh no, you're not. That's DJ saying that. That'd have been great. That'd have been great. I was like, how are you not banned from his chat? What's up, Rue? Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. Thank you. I needed that. We've been streaming a long time, and that's the first time I've got any financial support. Thank you. 12 months, Rue. Let's hear it for him. First time financial support on the channel. God bless you, Rue. I've been dishing out entertainment all day long song, and Rue is the very first. Oh, Trip did as well. And Trip from Predator Mounts as well. Let's hear it for Trip at Predator Mounts. Trip. There you go. Thank you, Trip.
Get mounted. This message brought to you by Predator Mounts.
There we go. There we go. There you go. Thank you. I just realized that. I'm like, man, I've been dishing out some serious entertainment this morning, and I've had no financial relief. None. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go for that. Now let's continue. So that was a section where Sketch is calling out, or where Mike is calling out Sketch. Which, you know, here's the thing. How vocal were you in SaltEMike's chat when you were in it? Like, were you very like, okay, so let's see what Sketch says right now. Why don't you just play the normal video with Asmon, not the one where Mike uses me by lying about me to insert himself in the conversation? People are going to hear him. No one is going to hear me. That's not fair, DG360. You're Sketch. You are such a handful. I love you, bro. I have a live stream. Have you ever streamed before, buddy? I am trying my best. Okay, I was told by Daft to go to this particular fucking A, Sketch. We'll go. This is, you want me to go to the AsmonGold video that we were watching, the AsmonGold video? Okay, is there a particular section of the AsmonGold video that you want me to get to? Do you is that the original video is what you're talking about? You understand I'm trying to keep track of everything here live on stream. None of this is scripted. This is a live thing happening right now. When you're referring, Sketch, where are you at? I need to hear from you. When I need to hear from him, I don't. Okay. Let's see. If someone slaps you 10 times and praises you later, do you care if someone lies about you 10 times and praises you later? Do you care? I'm not quite sure what context you're even putting this in, Sketch. I'm not following you, buddy. What does SKETCH360 want next? Let's just listen to Sketch. Let's listen to Sketch so Sketch feels like he's fairly represented in this court proceeding. Do we have court music here? Can we get some court music, please? Hold on one second. Can we get some court music, please? In this trial, no, that'll be copyright. That'll be copywritten. Is there anything we can do that maybe is not a copyright issue? Anything that anything like something that's like a crime. There we go. In this episode of Sketch Therapy 360, will Sketch be fairly represented on DG360? We will find out. Will he be deemed guilty? Will he be deemed innocent? Thank you. Okay, so Sketch, where are we? Pink Panther music, that's more appropriate, Gator, for real. I went in Discord with Asmon and everything went fine. So, okay, at what point in the AsmonGold video would you like me to get to, Sketch? I guess is what I'm saying. I'd rather be Asmon video, not Mike's twisting of what happened. Okay, great. So we'll go back to the Asmon video. And where at in the Asmon video is it timestamp that I can go to that fairly represents you, Sketch? Do you have a timestamp for me? Because it is a very long video. It is over an hour and 7 minutes about FemDom. Thank you. Retro is on finding this. Maybe let's just skip forward a little bit here.
Until the ship comes out.
Okay, so it's not, so you're buying a ship that doesn't exist. Well, dude, you're buying a ship.
Half of the ships don't even exist. They used to have them on the what's it called?
Okay, and that's not factually correct. A lot of them are in a white box format where they are being worked on, but they're not going to be released because dynamic server meshing will not allow these larger ships to be released because of the limitations of server meshing right now, which is what they're working on. The first iteration of it should be at the end of Q4 of this year. Probably not be steamed out and fucking coded correctly till next year. Next year, you're going to start seeing a lot of the ships that have been worked on being released like gangbusters. Yes, these ships were bought initially as concepts. Most of the ships that are larger are concepts, but there is plenty of work that's being done behind the scenes on these larger ships. So let's be factual about this rather than listen to some dude talking to Asmon who legit knows shit. Like let's just say it like it is.
Roadmap on we plan to release this and this.
Okay,
but then
Retro's got a timestamp here, 2930. Let's go to 2930. Let's check this out. 2930. Let's check and see what this is about.
We got somebody else.
Okay. Okay. Sketch is on here.
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, is this Sketch? Sketch, is this you, dude? Sketch, is this you, dude? Please let it be Sketch. Yes. Yes. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Court is now in session. Court is now in session. All rise. DG360 fans. Will Sketch be deemed guilty or not guilty? Find out. Now we will find out.
And how you doing?
Don't you worry.
I'm doing good.
First off, Sketch, you do not have to say that, bro. I love you, Sketch. I just want you to know, first off, no matter what happens, whether you're deemed guilty or not guilty, my love for you will never end. Do you understand that? I just want you to know, even if I were to boot you, Sketch, even if I were to boot you, I would still love you. Do you understand that type of love? That is banana fountain love. That is a special type of love. Do you understand?
Banana fountain.
This is how I operate in life. I don't harbor any hatred or anger towards anybody. I'm a West Coast kid. Man, something about where I was born. I'm telling you, the winds coming off that Pacific, man, watching that sun sink down into the Pacific and extinguish into the beautiful, beautiful abyss of that ocean, watching the colors in the sky change from a blue to an orange to a purple. Something about that vibe, something about that chill vibe. I cannot hate anybody, no matter if they got me angry. There is no hatred in this Western Cali soul of mine, man. You understand? They're like, Sketch, no matter what happens, I'm gonna love you, bro. You know, like if you're deemed guilty, I will come visit you. Conjugational visits in jail. We'll have sexy time.
Yes, sir. You're not gonna hate me. Yes.
I'm gonna give you sexy time, man. I'm gonna give you sexy time.
Good, sir. How you doing?
I am fantastic. And I was looking at this thing. Obviously, this is Sketch Therapy from in chat. We had a little bit of friction getting him on Discord. Welcome to the stream. So you've spent money on Star Citizen. Is this correct?
I spent a little, nothing like what he's talking about. And I spent on the
Good. I like that Sketch says that. I like that Sketch is like saying, hey, listen, I'm spending a rational amount of discretionary money. So far, so good. So far, so good, Sketch. So far, so good. You're like, listen, I'm only spending like what the fuck I can spend. Very few amount of people have spent $48,000 fucking dollars. God bless you. God bless you for that, Sketch.
The MMO mode. This person, and there are some people that are very bitter about the majority of the community leaning into the MMO mode and steering away from campaign mode. At some point, there was a big vote and say, all you people who paid money, let's see what you want. And the vote went, hey, we like MMO. It's like GTA, but in space. And the people that said, no, we want more campaign mode, lost. Some of them stayed very bitter.
Well, the campaign mode.
I love that. You're like telling a story, dude. You got me entranced into a story. You see what you're doing, Sketch? You're setting up a good narrative because it's the truth. What you're saying is the truth. And you got a good storytelling voice.
The campaign mode is...
I want my campaign mode.
Right. That's Squadron like 42, right?
That's the Squadron 42.
So they're still getting it. It's just that it's a separate game.
It's a separate game, yes.
How much money did you spend?
And, you know, I don't think that matters. Like, that question that Asmon asks, I don't even think that fucking matters. Why should you be shamed on what the fuck did you spend if you're an adult, right? Where is he going with that question? That doesn't even fucking make sense to me. I'm very surprised that Asmon would even ask that fucking question. That kind of gets me a little bit mad. Because, like, what? If I spend a lot of money, then I should be shamed? Say I got, like, a couple $1 million and I wanted to spend a $48,000 on a Legatus package. Should then that person be shamed? Is that what's going on here, or am I misinterpreting this? I feel like, what the fuck kind of question is that? You know what I mean?
First I spent $45, then I spent about 20 more for upgrades, but this is like over years.
What made you stop spending money? What made
and then why are we following up with that kind of question? Like Sketch is like an addict and he needs to keep fucking spending money. Like, he's like, why is he framing it up like this? He's teeing it up like people are either victims or they're addicts. Like, I don't like what Asmon's doing right here, Sketch. I don't like, you see what I'm saying, Sketch? I'm defending you right now. Well, I feel like I'm your defense lawyer. I feel like I'm the Lincoln lawyer. I feel like Matthew McConaughey, if you understand what I'm saying. I feel like a Matthew McConaughey. What does it have to do? What does it have to do with anything? Defending you, Sketch. I'm defending you.
What made you stop spending money? Like, you were spending money, you haven't spent money.
I have the same access and I can get all of the same ships in game. So I have no need to spend money. Like, so all of these games, you see that one 890? I can just buy that in game. It's easy to get credits.
Really? Okay, so like this big ship right here, it looks like kind of like a space Titanic. You can just buy this yourself.
That, but I didn't pay real cash. I have that because I did a couple of missions.
How many missions? How long did it take for you to farm this? Like,
forever, probably. I mean, like, how much is the 890 in game with credits? That's not the point, right? Yeah, they jacked them up, actually. You know, Cloud Imperium did jack them up. They're trying to get that revenue. They're trying to get that cheddar. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think that was the right thing to do, right? But the fact is they're still buyable or rentable in game, and that's the whole point. I'm glad Sketch is representing that because a lot of people don't even fucking know that fact.
Hours.
96 mil right now.
About 2 days, 3 days.
That doesn't mean out. You could play like, is this 4 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day? How long?
Okay, let's say I play 4 hours a day, about 4 days, let's say.
Okay, so 16 hours nets you this ship. How much money is it?
That one was 32 million when I bought it, but I was doing missions that I could get 2 million, 3 million. I was doing salvage. And when you would salvage these ships, sometimes these ships you salvage, they had cargo in it, and you can sell the cargo. So I would just sell the cargo, sometimes it with drugs. So I would sell the drugs in the ships that I was salvaging, and I made like 200 million, so I got almost every ship in the game. Because as soon as a game is flyable, as soon as...
What's up, Luigi? Glad to see you here, man. You're missing the DG360 court right now. Sketch is on the stand right now. I feel like I'm his defense attorney. I think Sketch is doing a great job representing the average Star Citizen, everyday average Joe Star Citizen against, you know, an angry mob with torches and pitchforks. Interesting questions coming from Asmon. Asmon trying to get to the root of this. Some of the questions I don't agree with or how he's framing them up, but at least Asmon's trying to get to the bottom of this. I do respect that. Let's keep going.
As a ship is flyable in-game, you could just buy it in an in-game store. So every time they have a new content ship that's released, you don't have to suffer the FOMO. If you wait a patch, by the next patch, it's buyable in game. They don't paywall anything for long, because if they paywall any, I have that ship. I have most of these ships. I have them.
This is a cool ship.
If you paywall, I have a lot of cool ships. If you paywall anything for a long time, the people hate you.
Right.
So what they do is, okay, let's only paywall it for a little while, and let's make all the credits exchangeable. So let's say you bought this ship and you want to upgrade it, but then you change your mind and you want to buy a really cheap ship. Well, you could turn it into credits, buy a cheap ship, buy a whole bunch of ships in game, and the other money you spent, you could exchange it for paints or guns or whatever, and not ever spend again.
So here's the problem that I have with what you're saying, and I'm curious to how you're going to respond to this. If it
okay, what is the fucking problem? I can't wait for this. Okay, let's get ready. We're gonna tee this up here. Let's hear what Asmon's concerned about.
That I have with what you're saying, and I'm curious to how you're going to respond to this. If it's so fucking easy to get these ships in game, then why the fuck are people giving the developers $50,000?
Some people.
What kind of fucking question is that? Because they have the discretionary money to do so. I am so shocked to hear AsmonGold like are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how much money Asmon has as a fucking content creator? The guy's swimming in money right now. I can guarantee you, for as long as he's been at this guy has cheddar like you can't believe. Don't let the house he's living in fool you. This motherfucker has cheddar. And for somebody with that kind of cash to ask a question like that is like, that's a little disingenuous, okay? I'm going to say it just as it is. That's fucking crazy to me. Like, if you've got the cash and you want to spend it and it's discretionary, then why the fuck shouldn't you? If you want to put money into a game that's completely supported by its own fan base only, no other way other than the money the Cowders and the venture capitalists at the very beginning of this product put in, which is a penance, a small amount, with the venture capitalists like Bucha. We talked to Bucha, who was an early venture capitalist. You know, they did get that venture capital money. We're talking tens of millions of dollars. We're not talking hundreds of millions here. We're talking maybe in the amount of 50 to 60 million in venture capital money. Okay, so that's what. That's like 8% of the total revenues that they've pulled in the past 10 plus years. So you're talking about 8% of money being venture capitalist money, and you're talking 92% of revenues being fan-based revenues. Money strictly from fans, revolutionizing funding for this game on a game that's literally promising you everything, right? We can debate the semantics about if this is just a dream that won't become a reality. We can debate that. We can have that talk about that all you want. But apparently you've got $700 million from people that really want the experience. It's factual. There's the money from the people. And I can tell you, a small percentage of that money that came in was for people that bought this Legatus package that had the discretionary income. Those people, the narratives that the content creators are pushing out there, that those people are fucking victims. Like, oh, they're addicts and they're fucking victims. Oh, they spent this money that they don't have and now they can't afford to fucking make a payment on their rent or their house mortgage or their fucking car loans. And that is a bullshit narrative. That is like so small a percentage of people, and yet that is what's blown out of proportion by content creators because it's very easy to make that into clickety-clack and to give you that paycheck that you so desperately want as a content creator. And that is out there. That narrative is out there. Trust me. It's the biggest, most popular, easiest target of a narrative that I've ever heard from content creators. And it is, frankly, way, way grossly over fucking used as a narrative. Okay. Surprising to hear AsmonGold go down this route. Surprising to me. AsmonGold not being very based here. Some people would say I'm fucking delusional. I get it. I'll argue it. I'll argue against that all day long, song. I'll argue against that.
People spend $15,000 at the tables in Vegas. Who am I to judge how people spend their money? Some people are just rich.
Okay.
Some people, they spent $1,000, but they spent $5, $10 a month and watched it more than they watched their Netflix over 3 years. And they slowly got up there.
So you think that actually, like, you are a Star Citizen believer, is that correct?
I am a...
So here's the question. So you are a Star Citizen cultist. Like, let's get this straight. This is how he's framing Sketch to be. This is how he's framing it up here. He's framing, like, he's creating this fucking narrative. So you are a Star Citizen cultist. Like, this is exactly how he's framing it up. He's framing it up so Sketch has to basically say, yeah, I do believe in it. And then he'll be like, aha. And then all of his audience will be like, aha, cultist. It's so fucking weird to me. It's so fucking weird to me, man. I just feel like he's pandering to like pitchforks and torches here.
Star Citizen believer in you're responsible for your purchases. So if you don't have money for big ships, you know for a fact if you're a player that you don't have to. You can wait for the next patch and just buy a little game. The game isn't going to play itself. If you play the game, you get the ships.
Well, let's talk about the...
I mean, look at Asmon pandering to his audience, like he's trying to like make fun of Sketch. I mean, like, you can tell by Asmon's responses, he's pandering to his audience. He wants to paint him into this fucking corner, man. It's really weird to see Asmon do this, actually. You know what I mean? You know,
the game playing itself. Do you think the game's ever going to release?
I hope it doesn't. Games that get released treat their players like garbage.
So wait,
I like MMOs because they got to keep the people happy.
Whoa, okay, let me, all right, we got to step back for a second. So you're saying, well, like, how does the MMO come out? How do people play the game if it doesn't get released? Like, what do you mean by, I think that
because the framing of the word release has this false meaning that is like you can't play it right now on Twitch. You browse, look for Star Citizen, you're going to find, let me check, I can check for a second. You're going to find like 1,000 people playing the game. So when he says it's not released, that's kind of a lie because you can play it right now.
So I could log on right now and I could play Star Citizen.
There's 5,000 people playing it right now.
There's a lot of people playing the game. Surprising amount of people, actually.
Look at this guy, Burks. Real nice guy. Lots of people watching. Great guy. There's a lot of people playing the game. So when they say it hasn't released, these are people bitter that their GTA campaign mode didn't come out like they wanted. and when they want it, and they're mad because they want that MMO mode. Not everyone. I don't want to cast judgment, but some people.
Are you over 25 years old?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you remember...
I'm a 3rd Infantry veteran.
Are you over 25 years old? What the fuck? What is going on here? Sir, are you over 25 years old? Sir, are you over 25 years old? What is this? What is this, man? Is this for real? I don't like the way they're kind of like they're making fun. They're making fun of Sketch, man. You know, they're making fun of like Sketch and the affect and the whole thing. I don't like it. I don't like the vibe from it. He's pandering to his audience who are basically saying like, oh, Sketch is a cultist and all this bullshit just because that's a popular thing to do, man. Like, it's just a bunch of angry people with fucking pitchforks and torches is all it is, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's be real about this shit. Let's be real about this shit, man. You know, good for you, Sketch. Good for you for standing up, man. Good for you to standing up. It's gotta not be. It's not an easy position to be on, a dude who's got millions of fucking subscribers, and then there's, you know, probably thousands of people on the stream, you know, name calling and being fucking assholes and regular douchebags. All the fucking people in real life you can't stand that you want to get away from because there's an anonymity. They can hide behind the fact that there's no fucking repercussions about their own actions because they're fucking. They are scum. They are fucking scum, man. The way they're acting is fucking scummy. You know what I'm saying? I just hate this shit. Like, when I'm watching this shit, this is kind of beneath Asmon to be like that. I see what he's doing. I see whatever. This is really weird for me because, you know, like, I love AsmonGold. I think he's a cool dude. This isn't just because the fucking star said it. This is just like regular civility. This is just like being a fucking human being, man. I know he's got a show and he's trying to fucking entertain and all that shit. And, you know, there could be moments where you're like listening to Sketch and you might want to laugh or giggle, and I get that. But like, all in all, I think Sketch is doing a pretty good job. Put a 1 if you think Sketch is doing a pretty good job. I'm gonna put a 1 up here in chat, Sketch. I like that you're trying to put that out there and put a narrative out there that people aren't fucking, you know, cultists, or people aren't fucking, you know, addicted. Or, you know what I mean? Like, we're like, oh, we're fucking addicted. We gotta, I gotta buy another ship. I gotta buy another ship, man. Look how this shit's framing up to be, man. Isn't this a fucking tragedy? Which is a tragedy and a travesty at the same time. A fucking tragedy, what's happening right now.
I'm in a fountain.
Man, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy to me. You know, it's easy to make Star Citizen a target. You know, here's the thing I would tell Asmon. You know, it's like, do you want to stand with the dreamers and trying to create something that's never been created before? Do you want to be a dreamer? Do you want to take the time and the effort to be a dreamer? It's hard work because you're going to be a target. Because it's going to be easy for people to throw poop at you. It's going to be easy for the masses to pick up those pitchforks and those fucking torches and call you everything and which way and make fun of you and laugh at you. They're all going to do it. They're all going to do it because you're a dreamer, man. When dreamers, that's what they got to deal with, man. Some dreamers, they never make the dream a reality. That's sad. That's sad. and other dreamers that stay committed and keep doing it, they do. And you know, the very tech demos that Asmon was he was watching on dynamic server meshing, AsmonGold's jaw was dropped and he's like, wow, that's pretty fucking cool. Name me one other developer that's trying to do what Cloud Imperium's trying to do, which is make the everything game. Oh, DG's delusional. I can't believe he's calling this the everything game. Oh, The reason I'm calling it the everything game is because of those stretch goals that Sketch was talking about at the very beginning. Those stretch goals are everything that players wanted when they realized that they wanted more than just the campaign, and they wanted something called the PU, the Persistent Universe, which is the MMO sandbox that is an alpha forum that it's been 12 fucking years to create, along with Squadron 42, the solo campaign as well. People are both involved. People love both. People love one or the other. There's a mix of many people involved in this Star Citizen journey, right? But like the Persistent Universe or the MMO sandbox that people eventually wanted, that all those stretch goals you saw, that, you know, here's millions, here's millions. You know, they weren't just thinking of any number to throw out there for people to donate to make these stretch goals happen. They were thinking about the money that it would cost to make these things happen in terms of development, in terms of the amount of people that they'd have to bring in, which now number 1,000 employees making real fucking paychecks in real life, real jobs. People still calling this a scam to this day. So fucking uninformed, so childish. Those are the same people you're seeing in AsmonGold's chat throwing out pitchforks and fucking torches that don't understand game development whatsoever, and they don't understand the scope of this game. Is it easy to make me a target? Is it easy to make anybody that supports Star Citizen a target? Fuck yes. Fuck yes, it's the easiest thing. You think I don't know? I'm very aware of the position this puts me in and other people that are committed to making a dream become a reality. But I'd much rather be standing with the dreamers than I would the fucking naysayer, negative motherfuckers that are throwing poop on the dreamers. I don't want to be on the easy crowd. I don't want to be on the lazy, easy side of anything. I want to push hard. I want to work. I want to make something become a reality. And what is this big technology, DG? This thing that's never happened before in gaming. Oh, what is it, DG? Like, this has never been done before. Oh, sure, whatever. It has never been done before. Dynamic server meshing. Look into it. Research it. Research it on the scale of what Cloud Imperium is trying to do with Star Citizen. Take some time to research it. Then come back to me. Have some serious questions about it. Great. I'll spend that time with those people. The scale is off the fucking hook. There's never been a game so fucking ambitious ever. There's not one developer out there trying to do this. Name me one developer. Name me one. Name me one developer trying to do this. Here come the easy jokes. Here come the jokes. What, trying to take your money for 12 years? What, being fooled, putting the wool over your eyes for so long? I'm a dreamer, motherfucker. You can send anything you want my way, man. The skin, very thick. Go ahead, throw your poop, man. I'd much rather be a dreamer than the person throwing the poo, holding the fucking pitchfork and the torch. Let's get back to this. Sorry, I had to go on a little banana fountain rant.
Banana fountain?
Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Oh my God, man. $700 million from people every ordinary day, average Joe people. Small population of that 700 million donated, those people that donated that, small percentage of people addicted or victims. Small. This game is so misunderstood on so many different levels. I will have to blame Cloud Imperium for not properly putting out there exactly what Star Citizen is. I think the blame lies on the developer, primarily getting the story out there properly. Putting a solid, concrete narrative on the history, I think is really important. I think Cloud Imperium should do that. I think Cloud Imperium should take some time to put together a small fucking historical fucking factual documentary on where we're at and how we got here. I think that would help so much in the public perception of this game. It would bring more people to the title, would bring more revenue in. You guys think that that should be something that they should look at? I should maybe talk to some of the people at Cloud Imperium and say, hey, have you guys ever thought of making kind of like a marketing video that expresses this journey properly, factually to people so that you could have a link that you could post to somebody and say, this is what we've been through. This is where we're at. This is what Star Citizen is. I think so. I'm going to put a 1 in my own chat. I honestly think that that would be a very smart thing for Cloud Imperium to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. But I think that's something they should focus on because it's very good for the image and it would clear up a lot of misconceptions that you're seeing here by Asmon and others in his chat. I'm frankly surprised at like this whole back and forth between Asmon and Sketch. You know, I really am kind of surprised by this. I'm kind of let down. I'm kind of like the say it ain't so dude when I'm watching this right now.
And so you remember the ancient text of whenever a game would come out and it would be called feature complete, right? You remember that? Where like a game...
people say that, but lately that's meaningless.
Well,
I'd rather hear the truth. Hey, it's not really finished.
Okay. Well, wouldn't you want to hear something better than the truth, which would be that it is going to be finished eventually, right? Like
again, always get back to this point. The scope and what's trying to be done here and the tech that's needed to create this hasn't ever existed before. I mean, like, when there's tech that has never existed before in order to make this possible, there's two routes you can take. You can laugh and you can think that it's childish and foolish, and you can take the easy way, and you can say, well, there you go, you got fooled right from the get-go. Okay, maybe there's a probability there. Okay, how about the $700 million from the people that pledged to make this a reality? Asking them if they think that the tech that's currently actually shown in its inception format at CitizenCon, that AsmonGold literally saw with his own eyes, that he watched, that is actually revolutionary. The baby version of dynamic server meshing working, being a technological fucking jump in the gaming genre world. That even AsmonGold said, wow. Like, wow. That tech that never really existed before, that these developers from Star Citizen put into existence, which, by the way, is going to change gaming on a huge level, especially for MMOs. How about that be recognized? How about people understand the scale at which this game wants to operate at and understand that, holy shit, this is a big deal for gaming? How can you put a timeline on that? That's like, it's like when the airplane was invented and people went, holy shit, airplanes. And then we went from the airplane to the rocket, trying to get people up to the fucking moon and say, well, like, when's that going to get done? Why is it taking so long to get us to the fucking moon? Can we get a fucking date for it? Why are you waiting around for these rockets? Why are you waiting? You know, like, whoa, give us a date for when we're going to land on the fucking moon. Like that, you know, like, I mean, like, okay, maybe not the best analogy because we're talking, well, I will say this, though. The technology to make an MMO that has an unlimited amount of people in the same space playing at the same time to have huge, epically large space battles as a gamer, to me, is exciting. I mean, why would you not want that as a gamer? I mean, as a gamer, you should be fucking going, yes, I want that. Like, as a gamer, especially like an AsmonGold or somebody that's been involved with WoW. I mean, imagine that. That's why there's been so much revenue. That's why it's brought in so much revenue. And again, that's why it's such an easy target.
Because like I'm sure that they have features that they're planning on adding, and these features aren't fully completed.
Well, I've seen it personally.
You've seen it.
I've seen them increase the server size. Like the last server test was 800 players in one player shard, all with different ships.
Did they have to do any time dilation? Did they have to do any time? Eve does time dilation. That's my understanding.
No. It's
no
all
time dilation.
It's all like there's no shortcuts. Like it's all real time. You can.
And this is all part of the server meshing technology that Sketch is talking about right now. This 800 player test.
Move faster, but there's no what do you call it? Loading screen. There is no It's like GTA. Basically, you're playing GTA in space.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at this video. It says Star Citizen 800 players together.
Yeah, that's.
This is what we're talking about. This is all the players.
That's all the players, one server, all going to different. It's huge. It's like GTA, but like 1,000 times bigger.
Right. Okay. So all of this stuff is available to do right now.
Right now.
You can do all this right now.
The server meshing test for 800 players was already done. It's supposed to go up. It was successful. They're supposed to integrate it in a patch or two.
Yeah.
And all this is going to take a long time. Like, all this is going to take a long time till it's smooth and stable. Like, it's going to take a fucking long time for this. And people better buckle up. I mean, like, it's going to be a long time till this shit gets smoothed over and people get the stability they want. And the entire time they're going to keep laughing at this shit until it comes out. And guess what? Then these motherfuckers that were laughing, they'll be the first ones fucking playing. All the people in AsmonGold's chat right now that are laughing and like, oh, 800, oh, blah, 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 whatever. Fucking making fun of Sketch and making fun of people that are dreamers. They're going to be the first motherfuckers reaping the benefits and enjoying it, and they will forget completely about the fucking fact that they were laughing. You know? Trust me. Trust me.
Yes.
Like by the end of the year, that's supposed to be done because the test was successful. They've added salvaging. They've added like server meshing, which is a very tough thing in computing. Like real time. Like you remember you saw a video where they go like real time. You can do that in the game now. It's not like, oh, they're going to be able to do that.
So do I have to buy an expensive ship to do that? Like what if...
No, you don't have to buy an expensive ship. Jesus Christ.
If I spend $100, can I get a ship that can do that?
No, you don't need to spend $100. $45.
Okay.
Look, just try it. All I'm saying is just try it for $45. You don't have to get all the chat to pay it.
And the sad thing is because it's in such a sorry state when he logs in, he's going to have like glitches and there's no stability. And generally speaking, the first time you get into Star Citizen, you got two feelings. You got two things that happen. One, you get pissed off because there's so many goddamn glitches, right? Two is you're like, holy shit, this is really awesome. Like there's two weird feelings. There's like when you initially come into Star Citizen, there's those two vibes. Now I've been around forever. I've been around when there was just a hangar and there was no universe at all, when there was no sandbox. Okay. So when that persistent universe came out, I was fucking fascinated. When I went out in Port Ollie and I was able to look around and I had Crusader in the background, that was a fucking experience and a half, man. That shit was breathtaking. I was like, holy God, man.
You're not gonna hate me.
I felt it. You can call me a cultist, man, because I felt those vibes, dude. I felt those fucking vibes. I was like, wow, this is the beginning of something awesome, right? But for the general player that comes in right now at this point, you're going to have two vibes. You're going to come in, you're going to get pissed off because of the experience is very unstable, right? Primarily the server-based issues. But the other feeling that you feel is like the expansiveness of it all. The vibe where you're like, holy shit, like there are some really cool vibes I'm getting from this game. I'm able to walk in my ship. I'm able to like three-dimensionally walk around in a ship. Holy shit, I'm able to, and the learning curve is crazy hard so that when you master things, you actually feel like, holy shit, I'm actually piloting the ship. But then maybe you're not too hip on the flight experience, right? Because the ships feel like they're kind of weightless and they move around because the flight experience still needs work to this day. Atmospheric flight still needs work to this day. And then you realize, oh shit, I'm in an alpha, right? But then you go out into space, you start to see the fact that you can launch up from planets and it's all seamless and you have this interaction that you've never had before, where you have planetary landing, there's no cutscenes, like you're taking off, you get these great amazing vibes, it's very scenic, you got the dynamic weather system, you start to look at your item loadouts, you start to get interested in your character, you know, like there's a lot of things in the game that draw you back to the game. People that get frustrated with it come back to this title, okay, because of the expansiveness, because you feel it. You feel the possibility. You feel the probabilities. So it's a very interesting vibe when you get into Star Citizen. It's like you get this guttural kind of disgust that the stability's not there, but then you also get the like dreamy kind of like, oh shit, this could actually be something, right? And like Sketch is saying, $45, dude. Everybody's under this impression that you have to spend mega bucks to get into Star Citizen, you know? I'm proud of you already, Sketch. Sketch, listen to me. I'm proud of you already. That's not easy to go onto an AsmonGold stream and talk to AsmonGold directly and have his entire chat flaming you and making fun of you. And AsmonGold kind of making faces at times, right? Because that's the easy thing to do, right? And you're just standing up and you're giving answers. So, like, I just want to say, dude, Sketch, dude, to me, I love it. I love you, Sketch. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes you're a pain in my ass, bro. Like, I'm going to say it the way it is. I don't ever pull my punches, man. Sometimes you're a pain in my ass. But I love you, dude. I love you. You know? I love you, dude.
Right, it's just $45. Just get in the MMO. There's going to be bugs because they're working out a way for the MMO to have a lot of people. They want Eve first person.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's going to be hard to do that. I feel like it's possible. And like, if you can have 800 players. So were you part of that 800 player test?
I was, but I'm not in the video.
Okay. What was your experience doing that? And was it laggy? Was it problematic? What happened?
You can tell the difference a little bit when you move from one server to the other. There's like a little bit of a boundary thing.
You ever played
like
WoW?
When you throw a missile, it'll kind of like veer off a little.
Did you ever play WoW before?
It's like the first version.
Have you ever played WoW?
I haven't, but I've seen your videos on it. I'm a big fan of your work in general.
Well, I appreciate it.
Like,
thank you.
You know, brown nose, but it's just a fact.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I was asking because, like, you know, in WoW, like, you go from phases and, like, server, like, shards as well. And, like, you can kind of tell whenever it's happening, whenever, like, players despawn and respawn. I was curious if it's the same thing, if you had played it. But, yeah, I'd have to see it for myself.
No.
Okay.
There's no despawning because that would be like a loading screen between servers, and they don't do that. The whole thing is to avoid that and make it so, like, let's say I drop a gun next to a bunker, I'll be able to find that gun in 3 days still there. Nothing despawns.
So if you think that the MMO, like, when do you think that all of the features that they are expecting and promising for the MMO will be complete?
Okay, I'm hoping they never, ever...
When are we getting there, Dad? When are we getting there? When are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we at? I'll tell you what, I've heard this question. This is the question, right? This is it. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? 2018. Are we there yet? 2019. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Again, this tech just got into its foundational phase, inception baby phase, tier 0, as we say, which is an inside joke amongst Star Citizens because we say, oh, tier 0, like inception point, right? I think we say tier 0, and that should be respected because not a lot of other games have a fucking tier 0 like Star Citizen has a tier 0. This tech... people forget about the fucking technological breakthroughs that have happened already in Star Citizen, for fuck's sake, man. Planetary landing being one of the biggest ones. Seamless transitional landing on a planet or a moon. Huge. Weather systems on a planet. Moon. Huge. Being in a ship, rotating 360 fucking degrees while your character inside stays on a level plane. Huge. There's been a lot of fucking technological marvels that have already happened in this fucking game that don't get the credit it deserves because they already did it and it's in the rear view and nobody is like talking about it anymore. That got us to the point that we're at, man. Totally ignored now. People forgot about them, but they're in the game. Pretty fucking huge if you ask me. The fact that where we're at right now, pretty fucking huge. You know? And now with server meshing and what they're talking about, what Sketch is talking about with AsmonGold right now, trust me, it'll change the gaming landscape, especially for MMOs. People are going to want this tech. They're either going to steal it, they're going to find a way to steal it and replicate it, or if Cloud Imperium's smart, they'll license the tech and they'll make buku bucks off of the tech, off of dynamic server meshing. I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that. I don't know why people want to make fun of that. If you're a gamer, wouldn't you want like that kind of an experience? Wouldn't you root for that? Like truly, if you're a gamer, like if you're a hardcore gamer and you love MMOs, wouldn't you really want that? The fuck are these people making fun of that for? Are they gamers? I don't think they're gamers, man. Like I just think they're like everyday fair weather friends that come in and like to fucking, you know, torch people. I don't feel like they're gamers, man. Like, if you're a gamer, that's what you want. That's the fucking dream right there. Why wouldn't you want to fight for that? Why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? I mean, that is like the coolest thing in gaming that could ever happen, ever. I've been playing games a long time. And I would rather fight and be one of those people fighting to try and make that happen than be a lazy poo thrower. You know, like, I'm just saying things the way I feel. That's the way I feel.
Stop.
Well, you would hope that they'd finish the things that they've promised, right? Whenever you're saying you're hoping...
Would you hope that WoW stops? Or would you hope that they keep making it better, adding areas, making it more seamless?
I think there's a bit of a miscommunication. Let me see if I can ask it in a different way. So what I mean is that what you're saying is that you don't want them to stop developing the game. I agree with you. I understand that point. But what I'm saying is that there are core functionalities that are being promised at this point that have a beginning and end. Of course, I would want them to do additional functionalities after that and start working on those functionalities as well.
This argument is such a destructive argument. I'm going to tell you why for game development. This argument right here that's being held between Sketch and AsmonGold, or this debate that's happening, is the most destructive thing that could happen to a game title, because what ends up happening is that the developer feels this push. It's almost similar to, you remember the whole reason we wanted this game to be free from a publisher, right? Because we wanted them to have the time to work on this. And yes, it's been an exorbitant amount of time. I completely understand that. I understand that logic. I get where you're coming from on that debate. I get it. Okay. But do you remember at the very beginning of this, how we were like so happy that they were free from the constraints of a publisher, right? Because they didn't have to worry about these things, because they could work on them as they saw fit, that would give them the time to make the game that we wanted. This particular debate that's being had here, if this is the one that's going to be top tier debate and put in the limelight and the public, just like the most talked about narrative, where when get it done, when is it going to be done, these types of things, the more narrative that there is right here on this, what's going to end up happening is they're going to just push out the game faster, because they're feeling this kind of, you know, pressure from this particular narrative. And then all of the game mechanics that we love, that we were fighting for, that we were theory crafting back in 2014 and 2015, will get pushed out in a very crappy state, because they're going to feel like they got to rush it out. And you could say that's happened in some terms with already. In game mechanics, there are people that will tell you the flight model now in master modes as a result of when that debate. You will have people now say that has happened in other terms of game mechanics, when you're talking about salvaging and repairing and magic beams doing it. And you will say, okay, maybe that debate when is the reason we got magic beams now, repairing and salvaging. Okay. So I would just say, just be very careful with this, because what ends up happening is we become the publisher. the content creators out there who aren't really knowledgeable about the development of Star Citizen that are huge in the millions, like AsmonGold or others that haven't been tracking the progress or following it, coming out with narratives of when, without realizing the journey, and that becomes the zeitgeist or the major narrative, like when, that pushes this narrative, and then Cloud Imperium feels the pressure. Some people would say, well, that's a positive thing, DG. Maybe. But what about the citizens that have been around a while that like want them to take their time on these game mechanics, you know, so that they're done right the way that they want them done, right? And there, like I said, there's examples that I gave already where some people, you know, this narrative, this public conversation that we're having of when have pushed out game mechanics that are not what are up to par of what some citizens imagine them to be, because maybe Cloud Imperium felt rushed by larger YouTubers that are putting out a narrative of when, you know, that pressure. Then what ends up happening is that the fan base themselves, or those that really aren't fans, become the publisher. And then they push and they push. And, you know, then we get maybe subpar game mechanics, subpar game design, right? Backspace says, I think when is an old topic. Yeah, I don't see it as much as I used to. I don't see it as much as I used to. I kind of see it resurfacing, though, Backspace. You know? Backspace says, I'm more interested in what? Yes. I think we all are.
As well. What I'm saying is that for the existing functionalities that have already been promised, when do you think the timeline of those will be finished? Does that make sense?
A year, maybe two. Like most of it, the biggest trouble is.
Does this say talking with Star Citizen Super Whale? Wait a second. Okay, that's not you, right? Is that not you? Because you're not a super whale, dude. Okay, all right. I'm just making sure that you're represented fairly, right, Sketch? Okay, all right. Because I'm like, there's no way. You answered a question where you didn't fucking spend a lot of money. So, okay. So that was the caller before. Now I'm interested in the caller before, too. You're in response to the fake super whale? Sketch.
Is meshing servers, because meshing servers
deep, man.
is a tough technology because you got to see which servers takes control of which thing.
I'm going to say this. Going to back to court here. Hold on. I'm going to say not guilty, man. I mean, like, you, dude, I respect the fact that you had the balls to be in that room where everybody was flaming you and making fun of you, even points where AsmonGold was making faces. And I'll say, Sketch, I love you, bro. I will just say this. This has been one hell of a journey. This has been a long journey. This has been most of the morning we've been talking about you, SKETCH360. And frankly, the show's called DG360, okay? Let's get back to the show. Thank you, Sketch. I hope you are happy with your verdict, and you are a free man now. You are a free man. SKETCH360, everyone. SKETCH360.